Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. Well, today on the topic, I can't even read my title here, but it's Facebook hacked, Musk is sued, and Amazon's taking over the world! I think that's the longest title I've had on a news. In fact, I had to cut the word is out. But anyway, greetings everybody. Welcome back. And let's see who is online today. We have Tom Joyner, evening to you, and Noah Videos. Hello, Noah. Greetings. Lamarck, hello, and Paul, greetings to you. Quint Wingate, hello there. We have a Wingate school district not too far from us. Democracy, the Rich Man Sports, hello, and Sutteridge, greetings. Yes, phone numbers. Facebook shared the phone numbers that were attached to accounts to advertisers. Yep, indeed, they did. And good evening, Mr. Anderson. I watched Matrix the other day, Mr. Anderson. Glad I never gave social media my phone number for that two-factor authentication stuff. Yep, pretty much. Deleted Facebook more than 3 months ago. Yep, not logged into Facebook for over 8 years, but last couple days I suddenly got emails asking me to see notifications. Ooh, was it really Facebook though? I get a lot of things from things I don't even have accounts with. They look fairly official. If you hover over the links and buttons, they're scam phishing messages. Just keep an eye out for that. I don't know. Look forward to the stream every week. Well, thank you, Quint. I look forward to doing this stream every week. It's like the news cap. Then I take a couple days off the news. Of course, I do a Saturday morning stream, which usually is tied into something that happened that I haven't seen yet between now and tomorrow morning. Can't kill the account, don't have the password anymore. Okay. I have a Facebook account, well, after I die. Yep. Keep getting family asking me to create another account. No, why don't you, family, interact with us like real human beings? Settled on Linux Mint 19. First time you use the distro, and it's the best one ever. Yes, it is awesome. Awesome indeed. Using Mint right now. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Techlore, greetings, Techlore. How's it going there? Facebook is back at it again. Yep. And hello, Thomas Holt. And CJ says hello. Hello, Thomas Holt. How are you? Contented Kitty. Yes. Cat is up to something. Yes, he is. He's always up to something. The cat bats you in the middle of the night. Not this one. This is my daytime kitty. He chills out with me during the daytime. The other one chills out with me at night. Although she takes her own half of the bed. It's like having a wife. It just takes the half of the bed and leaves me alone, you know. Hello, KO2610. Your number is up. Hello, Robert Fitzpatrick and JFLYT. Hello to you. And the Micro 2000. Greetings. Jeffrey's Best. Hello there. And Skybear, the kitty sniffing something terrible. Could it be Facebook? Yep. Sleepy Eyes Vince. Hello there. What is Wastebook up to now? Just getting hacked. And actually, if you guys are up during the time, it's too early for me, but apparently a quote ethical hacker is going to hack and delete Mark Zuckerberg's account on Sunday live streamed. Yep. Babbler49, hello there. Greetings. What was wrong with the tablet you fixed yesterday? We couldn't do anything. I look at this tablet. She's like, I bought this at a garage sale for a couple dollars. I can't seem to get anything on it. It was running Android version 2.3. I'm like, it's a lost cause. Yep, we looked at the tablet. It was yeah. Bill Eldridge, how's it going there? What do you think of the new Firefox monitor service? I don't think highly of it. It is on our news today. We will discuss that. Definitely killing the Facebook account after tonight. Should have killed the account around the time I did. Yep. Hello, Eric. Long time no see and happy Friday. Hello, Sean Jameson, to you. All right, before we jump in, I got a box of merch in. So some of this stuff I'm actually going to be giving away at a 20,000 sub giveaway. So first, I'm actually going to keep this. This one's for me. This is the hoodie. These are all featured the new, it says RMRF, No Preserve Root Contributor Covenant Code of Conduct. Has the logo, and it says Save Linux, and then Switch to Linux, all in green. So this is the hoodie. Very nice, very comfortable hoodie. Let's see if who this is by. Oh, it actually is branded from Spreadshirt. Cool. It is a very nice hoodie. Very much like that. Let's see. We got some pins. I put these on there just to see what they were. They are so tiny you can barely read the text. I'm probably going to pull these off. I don't think they're worth creating. I'm not sure they're worth it, but I'll give those away. So I'll give away these 5 pins. I have a coffee cup here. I might keep this. I might give it away. I just don't know. It has the no preserve root on it. This was the white with the red inside. So this is what that cup looks like. And let's see. We got some mouse pads. Here's the no contributor root. Of course, the green screen is obviously triggering. But it's the RMRF no preserve root contributor conduct covenant code of conduct. So I have that mouse pad there, and I have a SwitchedtoLinux, you fool, mouse pad. So I'm going to give these items away. Definitely the pins and the mouse pads. I'm going to do giveaways of those when I cross 20,000 subs. So that should be about the end of next month, somewhere between the middle and the end of next month. Coffee cup, I might be giving this away. I might be keeping it. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Of course, all of those you can pick up if you don't want to wait for a giveaway or if you want to pick something up. You can get those at shop.switchedtolinux.com. All right, so that's where those are. And those actually, I put those together. That's how fast this company is. I actually built that right before the live stream on Wednesday, placed the order for those items, and they came to me already today. That's why I use Spreadshirt. They're fast and the quality is good. All right, so with that being said, our topics today, of course, we have privacy, business, and security. And before we dive into those, actually, we'll do that after we dive into those. I already have my spot saved there in the comment thread, so we're going to go ahead, pause there. And how many mods do I have on? I have Saddle Ridge on as a mod. Let's see. I think that's enough. If we needed more mods, I'll appoint more mods later. All right, so let's go ahead and dive on in with the privacy news. Are we ready? I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm actually a little concerned about my neighbor because his lights are never on, and they were all on overnight, and they're still on to now. And he's like 90 to 100 years old, somewhere around there. So he might need one of these. But this is that old version of that 80s. I've fallen and I can't get up. If you remember that. In fact, I kind of wanted to do a spoof here where I fall off the chair, but I have no room between myself and my green screen and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, this is a fairly controversial because the Apple Watch, the new version on Apple Watch, by default, if it thinks you have fallen, it will call the police for you. Yes. And a lot of people have said this is a major problem for a few reasons. Number one is if this thing calls the police automatically, really without you realizing it will, and the police come to do a welfare check, the police are allowed to, in the United States, they're allowed to enter a residence without a warrant if they have reasonable suspicion that somebody may be harmed inside. Which means if you got your illegal substances sitting out or whatever else, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, but if you have that out, now the police can come in, it's in plain view, they can actually arrest you for that. That is certainly a violation of privacy. The other major concern, which I think is a more valid concern, is if you live out in the middle of the boondocks, if it calls the police probably won't get there for a while. It's like that old joke, you know, the guy's like out in the country, he sees some hoodlums in the backyard and he calls the police and they say, well, you know, we just don't have anybody we can send out there right now. He calls again, man, they're in there, they're breaking stuff, they're vandalizing things. I'm sorry, we just don't have anything yet in there. We'll just try and gather the evidence and whatever else, try and find them later. He calls up a few minutes later, says, I shot the kids in the back. They're like, oh, we'll be right out there. Like 35 minutes, they arrive. There's no bloody kids anywhere. He said, I thought you said you didn't have anybody here. I said, you know. So the concern is, of course, is if you have this thing and it alerts the police and you live back in the back country, the police aren't going to get there in a long time. They should have this set to contact an emergency contact only. So the problem is that the default on it calls the police. It is something that you can disable. So here is your actual settings. I got to find one of these watches this back now. So here's the actual settings where you can see the fall detection. It is turned on by default and it will call the police. And that was a little concern among privacy advocates to say, you shouldn't be doing the police. Because, I mean, you take the watch and you accidentally drop it and you don't realize it. You drop it, you don't realize it, you pick it up, you put it on the desk, you walk away, go eat dinner, and all of a sudden the police are showing up at your house. Not only is it a waste of resources and manpower, it's a big problem. And I agree that that should be something that is turned off by default, or you have to configure at first boot configuration, or something other than automatically turned on to call the police. That's kind of a big deal. And so, I don't know, that's the thought. What do you guys think about that one? Oh, this was neat. So two articles on this. One is an article from Ars Technica, and the other is the actual update. So, of course, the Chrome and I think possibly Chromium. I don't know if Chromium is. But the latest versions of Chrome and Chromium, the latest version of Chrome that just came out, will automatically sign you into Google. Yay! Just because you go onto like your Gmail account and log in, it's like, hey, you log in a Gmail account. We're going to automatically log you in here as well. Now, here is the major problem with this is that when you are logged into Google through your Chrome browser, the cookies get stored in your Google archive, not on your computer. So when you go in and wipe cookies, it doesn't wipe out anything you have been doing on the internet. All of those ad tracking, all of that stuff, all of these things were automatically pushed upon you with no permission, no explanation, no notice. They just, people looked up in the corner, happened to see their logo, and then they realized, holy crap, they were logged into Google, and they didn't even realize it. Google, what are you doing? This is insane. This is stupid. It's idiotic. It's moronic. Moronic. If I wanted to log into Google through the Chrome browser, I would have logged into the Chrome browser, for crying out loud. Don't assume that because I log into any Google product, I want to be involved in this. No. All they're doing is collecting your data without your permission, without your consent, and it needs to stop. And so they responded. They didn't turn off the feature. They just added the ability for you to opt out of the feature. They just wanted you to opt out. They gave you the function opt out, but it's still turned on by default. Now, I don't know exactly if this is in Chromium or just Chrome. I did check because I'm running Manjaro and Manjaro is rolling. I do have the latest version of Chromium. I use that with my YouTube account and I am not logged in. So I'm not sure if either I was logged in and then I rolled up to the latest version of Chromium, or if it only does this with certain Google properties, but not all of them. Because like I said, I'm logged into YouTube on my Chromium browser, and I am not logged into Google on the Chromium browser. So I don't know. Regardless, they're like, oh boy, some people had some kickback. So all they're doing now is they've announced here, all they did is they are giving you the option to opt out of that, but it is turned on by default. This is insane. This is stupid. And guys, this is part of their selfish ledger. Everything is going towards this selfish ledger. Remember that? Don't forget the selfish ledger. Download a copy of it and watch it once a month, just so you can remember what Google is trying to do. They wanted to get as many people as they can on the Chrome browser. So now all sorts of people are using the Chrome browser as their default browser. And then without even realizing it, without any consent, it just automatically signed you in so it can track everything you do across the whole internet. People, stop using Google for your personal life. If you're using Google as part of a business, for crying out loud, use a different browser. Use Edge, for crying out loud, before you use Chrome if you are logging into a Google account. Find a copy of Netscape Navigator and use that to log into Google. Do not log into any Google property when you are using Chrome. Period. And like I said, I don't know if Chromium is doing the same feature. I know in my case, when I saw this, I looked into it. I am not logged in. So, and by the way, without any permission or authorization, Chrome just keeps on updating itself. I know I have Chrome on my Windows computer because I need it for some development testing every now and again. I don't use it much, but last time I pulled up Chrome because I need to do something, guess what? No permission, no ask, no anything. I have disabled auto updates, and it still auto updates itself. It just installs itself automatically without asking. This is how insanely stupid Google is. Google, stop it. Stop it. And us people who keep using Chrome and Chromium and all this, I mean, I use Chromium. It's not my default browser, but I use Chromium. But if you're using Chrome, you got to think twice about it. Do not use Chrome in conjunction with a Google account. Don't do it. Google has been getting harder and harder and more aggressive about this. If you don't realize it, 2 years ago, they changed it so you don't have a log out option on your accounts anymore. You can't permanently remove those things. So if you want to temporarily sign into a Google account, even on Firefox, you have to do it through a private tab. Otherwise, it stores everything. They need to stop. We need to have regulation that says you're not allowed to do that anymore. Because, I mean, I occasionally fall into this, and I know what I'm doing with this kind of stuff. So Google, this is insane. So this caused some issues. Of course, the next version of Chrome, you'll have the ability to disable it. It's still enabled by default. Let's see. So here, allow Chrome sign in. By turning this off, you can sign into Google sites like Gmail without signing into Chrome. And it's enabled by default. Yay. Guys, stop using this crap. All right. Yeah. All right, let's see. How many more do we have here? All right, a couple more. All right, oh, speaking of Google, Google Maps now lets you poll your friends on where to eat. They just want more data collection on you. So basically, you guys can produce an entire social calendar around your Google Maps where you guys can all share amongst yourselves in a nice and family-friendly time and point of view. It's like all this kind of stuff. Basically, they're collecting all the information. Where do you like to eat? And then, of course, they're going to be tying this in with your credit card information, all this kind of stuff, using it to bolster advertising, all this kind of stuff. Probably when the selfish ledger starts taking over, it's just going to start steering you in a direction, and you and your friends will find yourself eating at some place you guys have never heard of because you all agreed it was good. Well, nobody agreed it was good except Google selfish ledger. They all wanted to send you there so you can drink the water that turned the frogs gay. This is like deviousness. The guy who pays the money. They all agree and they all hijack everybody's votes, and everybody comes in and it's like, you need to come eat at our nice new Soylent restaurant. It's awesome. And before you know it, you're in there and you're eating people, man. You're eating people because all of your friends did it and nobody questioned whether any friend actually voted for this place. This is insanity. This is insanity. Yeah, Google Maps. This is, I mean, that's kind of where it's going. As of right now, you and your friends can all vote using Google Maps. Where would you like to eat? Where are your favorite places to eat? Turn it into a game. Woo! Where can we go catch a Pikachu? The back of some windowless van. Oh, this one is courtesy of, Isaac. I'm sorry, Isaac. I forgot your username. Isaac sent me this one. This is just... That's right. Spotify is teaming up with Ancestry.com to create DNA-curated playlists. DNA-curated playlists. That's right. You can... Basically, you enter your information on Ancestry.com into Spotify, sharing your DNA profile with yet another big tech company. This isn't going to end wrong. And then, based upon other people who have DNA and different stuff, it will give you a playlist based on your DNA. All right. Does this mean that you can now blame your ancestors when it plays you horrible music? I mean, come on. Think of the liability potentials here. I mean, you have a whole family history of people who've just, you know, killed themselves because of listening to depressing country music or something. I mean, come on, you play a country song backwards, you get your dog back, you get your wife back, get your kids back, get your car back, get your house back. I mean, and all of a sudden, like, why are country stations going out? Because all their user base are slitting themselves. All right, so now Spotify's trying to kill you. They're taking your DNA, you're tied to people who have this history of this, and they, you know, I mean, I know, that's far-fetched. But apparently what we like to listen to is embedded in our genes. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure I agree with this because I completely am nearly the opposite of a lot of other people I'm somewhat or mostly or partially related to. I think it has more to do with your upbringing and things like that. But anyway, it's a way for Spotify to get your DNA, and, you know, may as well just have this giant thing where we just have one giant tech company. They control everything and they just get it all, because that's where we're going. So, yeah. Oh boy, one of the articles for today, Amazon wants Alexa to be the operating system for your life. So this is kind of what we talked about already last week, where Amazon had this event where they released all this kind of stuff, and really what they're trying to do is get Alexa integrated into literally everything. They want everything inside of your house that could possibly have a battery or anything. They want it all to be perpetually connected to the internet, perpetually on your network, perpetually listening, and basically collecting all of this data so it can pass all of that stuff over to Amazon for you. And then Amazon's just going to use this stuff to remarket stuff back to you, to cause you to have more impulse buys, and before you know it, you're buying up a whole lot of stuff. Guess what, guys? This is the exact same thing as the Google Ledger. Oh boy, there's another company that is now involved in this crap, and it's Amazon. Of course, full disclosure, I do use Amazon. You can get the link up there. I use it, you know, because a lot of what I need, I can't get anywhere else. I try and give local businesses the first pass, but oftentimes I go look for things and it's like a waste of my time because local businesses don't generally carry anything anymore. And of course I use them for my books because I'm an author and Amazon is the best place to sell books. Of all the books I've sold, I sell the vastest majority of them through Amazon, not many through other places. I make them available everywhere, but people just buy stuff on Amazon. So basically this is just about their strategy to basically win out by sheer volume to embed Alexa into literally everything. Your entire house is going to be bugged. Everything. Everything. This is insanity, people. This is insanity. And I mean, this is scary. I mean, you guys ever see the movie The Ring? This is The Ring. Frightening. They're just trying to embed everything around you so you cannot escape Alexa. That's what their goal is. So basically, you cannot escape your data collection from Amazon, the company that does a lot of work with the NSA. Yeah. Scary. Guys, I use Amazon. I don't use any Alexa-powered devices. I wouldn't buy any Alexa-powered devices. And if Amazon wanted to pay me to get a Echo Dot, whatever the world it is, sure, I'd take it and then I'd play baseball with it because that's about all it's worth. And since we're talking about it, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. All right, there you go. So now you guys all have unicorn meat. All right, and another article from our title. Facebook was hacked today. Woohoo! 50 million Facebook accounts were breached. So this was 3 different bugs all used in coordination. And basically what it did is it created an access token that allowed people to get into Facebook's under other people's accounts. And then once you were in there, you could do pretty much anything that you wanted to, from download information and data to just a whole variety of different things. Now, as soon as they determined it, they reset all those access tokens, so a whole lot of people had to reset their passwords and things. They did reset 90,000 accounts. They confirmed only 50,000 were hacked. A a lot of information was exposed. No credit card data was leaked. Let's see. There's no evidence that messages or private data was viewed. Basically, data that would be available to your friends for sure was released or was captured. We don't have any evidence of credit card data or any private data being viewed, but they probably have access to that too. The bugs, there were 3 things that needed to be used. One of those was the view as function, which they've completely disabled that for now while they patch the rest of the bugs out. So in theory, this shouldn't be exploitable at this point in time. But closely attached to this, there is a hacker who has declared that on Sunday morning, which is 6 a.m. Eastern time here, he is going to live stream hacking into Zuckerberg's account, and then he's going to delete his account. That's what he says he's going to do. So, I don't know. That'll be a fascinating thing to watch if you guys are awake for it. I don't think I'm going to wake up for that, but I don't know. I don't know. Should we do ourselves a live streaming party and see if this guy can do it? I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of that. So this is, Cambridge Analytica wasn't a technical hack. This might be one of the first technical hacks through Facebook. Scary. Nothing is safe. Nothing indeed is safe at all. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to see if I have something else there. All right. Let's go back to our comments. And then turn that on there. Forgot one more tab open. All right. All right. So, greetings to everyone else who's jumped on. We've more than doubled our view count since I started. All right, Avast Antivirus is currently trying to warn people against apps that block Google and Facebook tracking as malware. Avast Antivirus, I believe right now is owned by a data analytics firm. Be aware of that. I might be thinking of the wrong one, but I think that's the case. Think announcing that you'll hack Zuckerberg's account will incentivize him to protect his account. Well, let's see what happens. Let's look at used computers at garage sales in the 90s. Yep. Red cup for the horde! Give the SJWs the pinchlet treatment, helicopter rides for all of them. Okay. Those items, are they made in the USA? They are printed in the USA at least. These ones are actually printed here in my state of Pennsylvania. Some of them, like the shirts, are anywhere from American Apparel to Hanes. I think are the 2 shirts I have. I'm not sure who created the hoodie. The coffee cup, I think the cup is made in China. Yeah, the coffee cup is made in China. It's printed in the United States. I don't know where anything else is, but I don't think anything is made in the United States. If you want something made in the United States, you better go down to your local Burger King and buy your Whopper. That's assembled in the United States. Although the meat's probably grown somewhere else. Let's see. Man, almost 20,000 already. Yes, and thank you all. The green text looked very trippy. Yeah, I want to go with like green computer code. So it looks best on black, but I did it in a shade of green that will work also on white. And most of the other colors, I'm sure there's some colors that may not show up on quite as well. But, you know. Yeah, now though, to cross the 20K mark, we got to get YouTube recommending my channel again, because like I have last couple of days, I've only seen like a plus of 30 subs. It's weird. It's weird. Let's see, like the no preserve root. Most shirts doing that angle, ignore that. Hey man, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. You gotta tear it out at the root. Tear it out at the root. Only antivirus to trust if I'm using Windows, which for gaming is Bitdefender free. Hello, Joe. Helicopter rides. That to my sister when I was a youngster. Linux COC and SJW chat on Total's channel now. Oh, cool. Hello, everyone join me in saying pizza, pizza. Pizza loving nerd is in the house. Uh-oh. I think I just crashed my chat thing. I crashed my whole thing. Apparently, if I try and load up my icons there, it seems to crash things because yeah, it's pretty much crashed everything on my Chrome end. Oh, that's kind of exciting. That's exciting indeed. Let me go back to that. Let's go ahead and get this rebooted. And I'm going to have to get my comment thread rebooted as well. Okay. There's that. And I really need to pop out my chat again. Pop out my chat. I need my special chat CSS. Copy that and come over here. Boom, boom, boom. Paste, close. There's that. There's that. And comment thread. There we are. Pizza, look what you did. All right. Looks like I lost some comments. Signed in using Chrome for bookmark syncing. Yep. Okay, what if you use NoScript whitelist for JavaScript? Could Google still track web pages? I don't know. We're breaking the conditioning. I hate Chrome. Eating people? Where are we? Ping pong pizza now. I need to separate cookies from each tab. Well, the problem is when you're logged into Google, cookies are not stored there. They're stored in your Google account. So that's what they're trying to do. I have no issues with WaterFox other than videos being rendered via the CPU, which sucks. Well, Firefox has a Google Analytics blocker extension and Google container to keep any and all Google sites contained. However, if you're logged into your Google account, it will still store them into your Google account, though. Tried this DNA curated playlist, and it sucks. It's like, man, my ancestors listened to crappy music. Come on, man. Think of it. Think of how bad that Spotify playlist thing is, okay? Your ancestors are dead. They died years and years ago. By default, they listen to old music. Volley's not open source, but they're doing really great lately. There's also Brave browser, Chromium-based, and open source. Both are the nearest Chrome rivals. An Alex Jones reference. Demonetized. Bingo. Probably. Seems very unwoke in our woke age, having racial playlists. Send in DNA sample from the cats whose music Spotify plays. I know it'll play. Meow, 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 meow. The Meow Mix theme. April 1st arrived again. What is happening here? Spotify and Ancestral.com is more insane. Only ignoramuses will use it. Everybody sends DNA to Spotify. They'll make our lives better. This country music is a lot more music than electronic noise. Musical taste embedded in genes? No, mostly based on what you hear during your teenage years or childhood years. Stuff King, you should get the affiliate data. Send Kitty's DNA, yeah. I did it. Yep, we ordered unicorn meat. Just to be clear, you can still learn to appreciate the new genres of music when you're older, but most people stick to what they heard in their teenage years. Or younger. Maybe Spotify wants to share their toys, DNA, with Google or other companies. Probably. Don't use 23andMe because Google owns that company. I wouldn't use any of them. Any of them. My DNA has been tested by the Gestapo. There you go. Creepy girl from the movie starts coming out of my computer screen and crawling towards you. I'm going to boot her in the face. Fortunately, there's no Amazon in the country I live in. Lucky. I'm not about to buy an Amazon-branded listening device, but I do love ordering other things from Amazon. Convenient, good prices, not much on competition. Yeah. I convinced my family to stop using Facebook. Yeah. What time is it now on my end? It is 9:36 at the time I'm reading this comment. If Apple told people the next greatest thing was off a cliff, everyone would jump. I agree. Live stream party. Looks like I'm about 10 minutes behind on the comments then, huh? You need a co-host. Yeah, I could probably use a co-host. And take that libtard chat on TotalOS's channel. Oh, boy. Think Linux COC will be an issue, will either get changed back, or Linux will be forked. Sports, like everything in modern web. Someone at school already has the 10S Max. Kill me now. Already commented on the CSC. I forget what he said about it, but it wasn't entirely negative or positive. Yeah, it was pretty neutral. I don't even get to see all the comments, so if I miss a troll, hopefully one of the other mods will use it. I think Pizza, you're also a mod on here, I think. Oh, Keegan's on. Greetings, Keegan. You're also a mod. Get the 1-year-old. Oh, all right, never mind. Keegan's out. Later, Keegan. I did convince my family to stop using Facebook. Now they use Instagram. It's like, ah! And that's the next one they're going to kill. All right. Well, let's jump on to the next section, which is business. And, of course, before we go to the business news, I will remind you that I do have affiliate links for things like web hosting companies. A2 Hosting is who I actually use for my hosting. I'm using this for VPSs, which run my Nextcloud servers and things. And by the way, I talked to them the other day. They've removed the restriction from having Nextcloud on a shared server so long as it's not being a system resource hog. So we did check into that the other day. But A2 Hosting, they have great prices. You can use the affiliate link that's on the screen. It's tlm.li/A2H. And you can pick up good rates on some shared hosting accounts. And if you are looking to get into building a website or having a Nextcloud server or self-hosting your own email, A2 Hosting is a good place to do that. All right, and now I think we are on to business news. So, on to business news. Let's see, we already did that one there, and let's close that out too. All right, so the first thing is Microsoft has its new version of Office coming out. Of course, they are slowly moving away from, as I predicted before, they are slowly moving towards a thing where they want everybody on the subscription-based cloud. They're not there yet. This is the latest release, so this is the Office where you download it. You don't have to re-upload it. You know, you don't have to buy it again until, you know, whenever. But the funny thing, guess what? This will only work on Windows 10. I think you can get it on Mac as well. So you can get it only on Windows 10 or the latest, I think, 2 or 3 editions of Mac. If I have Office 365, do I need to get Office 19? No, 365 is our always up-to-date version of Office apps, and subscribers already have a version of Office that has all the functionality. But what I find interesting, is the, which question is it? Okay, why is Microsoft offering 19 when it has shifted strategy to the cloud? This is a very, very, very telling question. Most of our cloud-powered innovation is coming to Office 365 and Microsoft 365. However, we recognize some customers can't move to the cloud in the near term. We want to support all of our customers in their journey to the cloud at a pace that makes most sense to them. Guys, the only time I'm going to the clouds is when Jesus calls me home. All right? I'm only going to the clouds when Jesus calls me home. I ain't going to the cloud. No, Microsoft, you are never going to get me on a subscription service. You're never going to get me on that crap. In fact, I mean, technically, I do have a cloud version of LibreOffice working, which, by the way, I'm working on a plan for you people that want to do away with Google but don't have the tech savviness to run a server. I'm looking into the possibility of selling server space on a Colab server, which is the component in Nextcloud to get online version of Docs. It's the online version of LibreOffice. I'm looking at how I can sell a little bit of server space to that, because as of right now, the only way to buy that is insanely ridiculously expensive. So I'm looking at doing that, leveraging one of the cloud provider services. I already have it working on my own end, and I don't really need as much server space as I have on it. So I'm thinking maybe I can sell some access. So if you are running Nextcloud and you haven't gotten Calibora to work and you want to think about that, shoot me a message on any of either my business website or the Switch to Linux website. I'll get back to you with any details as I work on that strategy. But no, Microsoft, I'm not going to be giving you a subscription service to move to the cloud. Of course, you know, you'd have to pay me a subscription service, whatever. But at the same time, mine's not collecting a lot of data. In fact, the Calibora server doesn't collect any data at all. It just allows you to use Office online. So that is certainly a neat feature, but I thought that this question was very telling, because we want to support all our customers in their journey to the cloud. Microsoft, I ain't going there. It's not on my roadmap, and it shouldn't be on yours either. Whether that's Microsoft or Google, I don't know. But regardless, that was kind of telling in the business world right now. This was a neat, I'm going to call this good news. I liked seeing this. Apple, of course, is working on its streaming service, and in their streaming service, they have decided that they are not going to have mature content on the streaming service. Now, I don't know what's going to cut off as the mature content, but horrible, gratuitous violence, like, I don't think they'd have a problem with the type of content you might find in something like a Law and Order or things like that. But gratuitous violence, sexual type themes, stuff like that, they said, we're not going to have. And I like that, because the reality is, as our culture shifts and shifts and shifts and moves towards, in many ways, outright pornographic stuff, our culture, our basis, everything about us goes downhill. And every culture that has approached this level of near pornography in its cultural roots declines. In fact, there's a fascinating documentary. You can get the old version for free on YouTube. There's a newer version that I think you have to pay for, and it is called Decadence: Decline of the Western World, and it is fascinating. And I mean, it's one of these things to think about. You know, when Pompeii happened and Pompeii was buried under ash, maybe it was buried under ash for 2,000 years to give us a providential view of what happens when a culture gets that perverse. Because literally in that culture, which we are still excavating to this day, there are phallic symbols all over the place. It's just in public view. In fact, there is another city not too far from Pompeii that had the same thing. It was destroyed by the same volcano. It just wasn't overlaid with as much ash. And so we've been studying this type of stuff for a long time. And when culture gets to that point, it falls. It dies. And I think that this is good, that Apple is taking this stand to stop back and pause and go, guys, we're moving too far. We're moving too graphic, too violent, too sexual, and we need to put the brakes on it. This is what kept Nintendo a respectable company for a while, because they were the last company to move and to allow any form of graphic violence. They were always a family friendly. Now, they have different issues in their minds now. They're like the copyright Gestapo. So I've lost a lot of respect for Nintendo. But regardless, I think that this is a good move from Apple. It may not be a profitable move for Apple, but I think it's a good move for Apple. It's good for our society. And I think that that is certainly certainly something that is worthwhile. Back to Facebook. A content moderator sues Facebook, saying the job gave her PTSD. Now, I saw a very good video on this. I cannot remember the name of the guy that did it. It's Tim something. He's a commentator. I think it has something to do with Vice. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, let me know. Post it in the comments there. What he had to say is, as our cultures become so kid-gloved, we're so soft, we have no skin, anything kind of bothers us. Maybe we need to get back and have a little tragedy in our life. I came from a bad, rough background, and it made me strong. I couldn't succeed in what I do if I didn't go through a bad past. And that's something to be said. On the flip side, these moderators, who were all, they were all contract workers. They basically show up for work, and through an 8-hour shift, they'd have to sit there and watch real live beheadings, pornography, horrible, horrible stuff. In fact, just think of it. There's an entire division of Facebook where they had you upload your nudes. Imagine that's your job, to sit there and sift through people's nudes all day. That's insanity. That's insanity. Well, this person is seeking class action status on behalf of 7,500 content moderators who were exposed. In fact, here's a part from the lawsuit. Every day, Facebook users post millions of videos, images, and live stream broadcasts of child sexual abuse, rape, torture, bestiality, beheading, suicide, and murder. To maintain a sanitized platform, maximize its already vast profits, and cultivating its public image, Facebook relies on people like Ms. Scola, known as content moderators, to view these posts and remove any that violate the corporation's terms of service. This person says that after working as a content moderator and watching all this kind of stuff, she was diagnosed with PTSD, and she's seeking a class action status lawsuit in order to, and I'm not sure exactly what all of this is, but someone could be, I mean, this is bad. This is bad. I mean, and this is the downside of social media. Maybe this is part of it where we need to look at social media and go, maybe it's about time to get rid of some of this, you know? Just those things to keep in mind. Just keep that in mind, that this is a real job to go there and expose yourself to all this kind of stuff. And I got news for you, people. Going back to the previous comment, the previous content, when you're watching this stuff, whether it's real or whether it's fake, it affects you. It affects you. Same thing with marketing. Even if you know it's marketing, it still affects you. We have to be aware of that. So this is an interesting case. It'll be neat to see what is going to go on. But speaking of lawsuits, though, we got Musk. So the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission lawsuit, is seeking to force Musk out as Tesla CEO and board member. This is a big deal. Because if he is found guilty of this is only a civil suit. This couldn't send him to jail or anything. It can fine him some money. But the biggest deal about this type of lawsuit, and it's a popular type of lawsuit, it happens a lot in corporate America. If you are guilty of this type of stuff, it will bar him from life from being a part of any publicly traded company. Anything publicly traded. Any board member, any CEO, anything dealing with public stock, he will have zero say for the rest of his life. That is a big deal. And I'll be honest with you, I hope that they find him guilty of this, because this is an unhinged guy. He is completely unhinged. He is out of control, and he cost a lot of people a lot of money with his callousness. He's using Twitter like a 13-year-old girl. No thought, no filter, no anything. It's about time he's held accountable. Now, the Department of Justice is looking into him as well. We don't know if they're pressing any charges yet, but this is a good deal in that if he is found guilty of this, and there is a pile of mounted evidence against him, he will be excluded from being able to be in any board or officer position of any public company. And I think that would be an okay thing. He could be in a private company all he wants, but he couldn't be in a public one. So, of course, this is his comment. He says, The unjustified action by the SEC leaves me deeply sad and disappointed. That's because you're a sociopath, you moron. The unjustified action? No, it was a highly justified action. You idiot, caused a lot of people a lot of money because you were just some callous fool treating social media like it was your own personal gossip channel. And you cost thousands of people a lot of money. It is a very justified action because you broke the law. Deal with it. All of us little peons have to follow the law. You got to follow the law too, you moron. I've always taken action against the best of interests of truth, transparency, and investors. Integrity is the most important value in my life, and the facts will show I've never compromised this in any way. You have no integrity. No integrity, or you wouldn't be getting into a public Twitter battle with a hero who saved children from dying in a cave by simply saying, "You're a pedo! You don't like my stuff, you're a pedo!" You moron. It's time for Musk's end to come. I'm not talking his life end. Let him live in misery the rest of his life. But he has been in the public spotlight for way too long. He needs to be held accountable. He needs to be pulled out of these positions and placed with a point of humility, because this guy is a sociopath. This is unjustified. No, it's perfectly justified. That's what the problem is. And you have no integrity. This is insane. Movie Pass. Woohoo! Let's go watch some movies after this. Movie Pass is now forcing former users to opt out of a new plan. So basically, people who use Movie Pass, who looked at all of this blow up over the summer, it's like, screw it. They just decided to not renew their stuff. They just decided to not renew anything. Like, no, I'm done with it. I'm done paying, whatever else. Cancel the account, whatever else. They are literally re-enrolling these people in their new plan and making them go in and opt out again. All right, this company here needs completely sued out of existence. We need a giant class action lawsuit, just sue them out of existence. Which, by the way, MoviePass is a data analytics firm. That's who owns it. So just be aware of that. Yeah, it's time this company is, it's time for them to die. we need to just go away, company. MoviePass, you're worthless. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, let's see. Where are we at now? Instagram is on my Facebook. Thought you ought to know. Yep. I don't care what Google knows of that I watch on YouTube, but my privacy is a no-no. Yeah. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Yep. Just another tentacle of the same octopus. Yep. No octopus. That's Calcutta. That's enough to create psychological profiles. Glad to hear about A2. Yep. Yeah, but sometimes I watch things I don't like to trick Google. Yep. Cloud computing is a horrible idea. Cloud computer scares the crap out of me. So I have my own private Nextcloud in my basement. Yep. There you go. Yeah, the only reason I don't put mine on a private server is because I do use it for accessing it out on the internet, and it's a lot more dangerous to have that on your own server in your own house. You know, but I don't use mine for sharing all this type of private stuff. I literally just use it to pass data between non-critical data between things, and I use it for passing information to clients and stuff like that. So, worst thing about this is Windows has Office 365 spying app by default. Yep. Adobe has done well by switching to a subscription. Many older versions of Photoshop were stolen licenses. Yeah. 6 copies of Office 2010. I don't think I can even reinstall since it was removed during the Windows 10 upgrade. I think you can reinstall it again, but you'd have to have a different license key. Is 1 gig of RAM on a VPS enough for 2 to 5 websites? Yes, websites actually don't take a lot of RAM. As long as they're not like huge cloud computing platforms, that's good. My cloud is the next 5 terabyte drive. Yep. Cloud computing is just a very souped up version of time sharing. The dream of the 70s is in 2010. Yep. Gonna make some GIMP tutorials. All right. Have you guys seen cloud gaming? I've seen a little bit of the concept. I think it's kind of silly. Kind of like, I think Microsoft is rolling something like this out where you can get a model that has everything on the cloud. But there's also an offline or a local version as well. Right, Katie? Yeah. It's getting sad how Microsoft pushes Windows 7 and Windows 8 users to Windows 10 by locking software and hardware. DX7 locks to Windows 10, yep. The empire is collapsing. It's in its final stages. That said, I avoid cloud services like the plague. Don't forget, you can stay on Windows 7 for a bit longer. Just give them a little bit of money for it. Yeah, you just can't use any of their latest software that they don't allow for it, but you know. Okay, no, people still buy it. I'm thinking like you're spending that much per month just to buy a gaming desktop. Job, Apple. Now just get rid of the notch and bring back the headphone jack. There you go. Yeah. Cell phone providers discovered how well it works to let people pay more, but gradually. Now it's MS and Adobe. Garbage software, in my opinion, do the same. Yeah. Exactly. The struggle makes you who you are. Kirk in Star Trek V. Bad movie, but meh. Said it best. I need my pain. There you go. I know I refuse to pay month-to-month software. Open source software is our salvation. Yep. Facebook needs to make AI to do the job. Yep. Why does God, what does God need with a starship? Go back to the days of web forums. Decentralize the web now. All right, gonna go. Well, thanks for hanging out, Ryan Coin. Now that Tom is speaking about Pompeii. They finally discovered where Atlantis was. Western Africa, a little under the Sahara. Ran/administered so many forums in my teenage years. RC channels and networks too. Good times. Seeing and hearing is just like eating in the sense of what goes in generally comes out. Yep. A lot of 13-year-old girls on Twitter. I think Trump is one of them. So's Musk. All right. CEOs typically take credit for the work of others. Musk is clearly an egotistical and narcissistic. Yep. When Musk accused that British diver of being a pedo in the Thai Boys cave rescue thing, my opinion of him went downhill from that point in time. His filing charge against him. We need to care what we consume, visually, verbally, and physically. Well, I didn't watch the full interview with Musk and Joe Rogan, but I did see a guy takes videos and recuts them hilariously. A friend of mine showed it to me. I don't remember what the guy's channel is. Holy crap, that was hilarious. Wish I could find that again. Elon Musk should be made Bernie Madoff's cellmate. Yep. No real justice. The rich can buy their way out of anything. They can opt to pay instead of jail. Wonder what my neighbors think when Tom suddenly starts screaming. Oh, boy. No. I lost my place. Holy moly. Wow. A lot of comments. Yep. I lost all of my... No, wait, no. I've already read some of these. I lost my place again. Google really needs to fix this comment feed. It's like you get close, get moving around, and the thing just jumps down automatically. There I am. Okay. Wear headphones. Problem solved. Windows are all open too. Yeah. Send them a link to the channel. Musk uses Twitter like Donald Trump. That is bad. Yeah. Herculaneum is the other time. Thank you. Yeah, I remembered. It's in one of the books that I'm working on. I just couldn't remember the name of the town off the top. Yep. It's like 70 miles away from Pompeii, I think. Should I avoid buying a laptop since Windows 10 is always forced? Just buy a laptop and wipe it and put Linux on it. I'm crazy. Late switch to Linux. Wanted to support TotalOS today. Yep. Hey, no problem, man. How's TOS doing? You can install Windows instead of Windows 10 if you don't like the game. Yeah. Felt a few of us needed to be there, and unfortunately, they didn't pay much attention to the chat. Yeah. Once tried buying a MSI, but it was hell trying to install Linux. Yeah, I have an MSI board. It's pretty good. I haven't had any issues with it. Hello, Supersonic. How's it going there? Not used much cloud computing. I do have a Google Drive until I can get a cheap machine to be a storage server. Back my data onto. Just have to eliminate Gmail and Android somehow. Well, Android, go to Lineage. Gmail is some other things. And, you know what you could do, Benjamin? Raspberry Pi can run Open Media Vault. Spider Oak is about the only cloud storage I trust for sensitive data. Yeah. MX Linux would support i3 Windows Manager. I'd be my next distro. I might use OpenSUSE. Excellent performance. Yeah. If it does have Windows 10, should I install some distro or Linux on it? Any recommendations for laptops? Linux Mint Cinnamon, that's generally a good one. Did the kitty get fed yet? Nope, the kitty did not get fed yet. We got one more section. I have one more article to do. Security has one article today. Musk has a mental health issue, sort of like the guy that made Temple OS. Typical in Linux, right? I like the open source ambition, but come on, install codecs and proprietary drivers when those are better. Hello, Frost Ranger. Greetings. I'm getting old. Yes, I'm getting old. How's Tim F? I have not heard anything from Tim. TOS actually has more contact with him. So Tim is home. Very good. Very good. Been shown that many CEOs have some common characteristics with psychopaths. Sociopaths, actually. Not psychopaths, it's sociopaths. But yes. Not since you are fascinated about that, I just look up Richard Stallman. Yeah, Richard Stallman had some creepy things to say on the subject as well. All right, one more article, I think, and then we'll hang out for as long as we need to after that. All right, so this is on Firefox Monitor. So, of course, Firefox is teaming up with Have You Been Pwned? And I am not an advocate of this. If you want to know if you've been pwned, go on over to their website and enter your stuff and go. What Firefox wants to do is set up a safe and monitor protection. So you sign up, give Mozilla a bunch of your information, and then they'll let you know if you've been pwned. No. Firefox and Mozilla has been doing too many crazy things lately. I am not an advocate of this. I would not recommend it. I don't recommend any of their online accounts. So, and this is why, like, if Firefox wasn't as good as it is, I wouldn't use it. In fact, I use WaterFox as my default in most of my production stuff. On my non-production, I just use Firefox, but production stuff, it's WaterFox. Because I just do not like the direction Firefox is going. They're going in a crazy direction. This is just another way for them to collect more information. And it's yet one more account that could be hacked, that could be compromised. And that's kind of problematic. So that's my thought. Let me know what you guys think. Found out about it from a friend, looked it up during the campaign. Spoiler alert, if you've given Mozilla your information, you've already been pwned. Hey kitty, don't type. I think the kitty wants to type a message. Saw some people on YouTube do some cool stuff with Temple OS, but I guess if one were to build onto it, it could sometimes become a decent OS. Pizza's back. Everyone join me saying pizza, pizza. Right, kitty? I think pizza came back just in time for the feed the kitty cam. Whoa, kitty, you know it's coming, right? You know it's coming. It's the feed the kitty cam. Feed the kitty cam. He likes sticking his head in there, doesn't he? There you go, buddy. And I think you get one more. Yeah, that's it. That's all you get. Here, are they finger looking good? They are finger looking good, huh? Yes, they are. Yes. There's a good kitty, huh? You're a good kitty. All right. So many fond memories of pawning noobs and a good old Counter-Strike 1. My friends and family today that I'm done with Facebook. Yep. So it made me question it. The story sounded awfully convincing. Yep. Maybe we need cats with typewriters instead of monkeys. Well, cats with typewriters named volcanoes. That's what they type. Yeah, kitty. Okay. Have you noticed how much trouble anti-hacking tools have caused right from the start? Any virus programs? Yeah. Links 2 is still around. Things were said about Trump negatively. Every election, the opponents will always demonize the other side. Even John McCain was labeled as a bad person. Yep. What would be a good NAS OS with a graphical interface? I use Open Media Vault. I have a few different tutorials on how to get it to work, but Open Media Vault has a very nice graphical interface, easy to manage and configure. It's based on Debian. So that's actually what I run as my NAS in my office is what I run there. So that's a really good one to do. Play with pfSense on a virtual box. Very cool. All right. Well, if you came on late, we are coming up onto the 20,000 sub mark, and I will be doing a giveaway when we cross that mark. And so I have a couple things here. I have a SwitchedtoLinux, you fool, mouse pad. I also have, the new ones came in, RF no preserve root, contributor covenant code of conduct with a hashtag save Linux on it. So I have those. And I have a coffee cup. I may or may not give this coffee cup away yet. I have not yet determined it. So there's this coffee cup there. So this is the one that's got red inside. And I am giving these pins away, and then I'm going to probably take the pins off of the website. I don't really like the quality of them. If you can read what's on them, they're kind of small. In fact, they're a little too small. I'll go ahead and give them away, but I'm not sure much else. And I'm keeping this for myself, but this is one of the things that is available. This is the hoodie, which has the basically kill the contributor code of conduct. So very nice hoodie, very comfortable inside. Very nice shirt there. You can pick all those up now. They are available on shop.switchedtolinux.com. So if you can come on over here, you can get t-shirts, backpacks, coffee cups, even baby clothes. Geegan, talking to you. So you can actually pick those up over there. So I will be giving these away when I cross 20,000 subs. We'll work on what all the details are. Pretty much the same way. Unfortunately, I'll probably only do the giveaways to the United States just because shipping international just costs too much. But that is coming on down the pipeline pretty soon. Let's see if there's any final things we want to chat about real quick. Mozilla acts when they are trustworthy and they are not. I agree. Is 1 GB of RAM good for 2 to 5 websites, self-hosted, email, a VPN, Nextcloud server? Nextcloud is optional. At the same time, you already answered about the websites. Okay, the basic websites are no problem. Email is no problem. Now, email on the type of VPS you got is a lot harder to set up. But yes, that will be fine. VPN, that should be fine. But double check that your server from A2 may have come with 2 dedicated IP addresses. If that's the case, you want to put the VPN on a different IP address than everything else is on. Nextcloud should be fine on that as well. However, you will not be able to run Calibora and maybe or maybe not run a stun server. So online documents is not probably going to work for you. But everything else should be fine. As far as everything else Nextcloud though, everything else Nextcloud doesn't take a lot of space, I don't think. I'll look into what my server is and get back to you on that. But the only thing you're going to have a problem with is Calibora. You really need about, I think it supports 10 users. No, what is it? I forget what it is. Calibora is going to push you over, so you can't do that to run Google Docs version on Nextcloud. But you could do nearly everything else with Nextcloud without a problem. I'll look into it, though. I don't know. For me, Waterfox has been my main browser, too, for quite some time. Too bad it's a small fork maintained by one guy. Yeah, that's the downside. She did death threats apparently on social media, and they backed out, didn't go to trial with it. What does red inside mean? Oh, it's just a cup that's white on the outside and red on the inside. So it's just red inside. This cup has 4 color designs. So they have white on the outside, and you can do black, blue, red, and pink, I think, are the color designs you have. So it's just the design. My Linux, my main Switch to Linux cup is actually the white and black one. Son is 3 months. He actually watches the show with me. Maybe I'll get him a onesie. Very cool, Benjamin. They're in the Horde. Yes, they're in the Horde. For the Horde! Can you access Open Media Vault via the web? Yes, it has a web-based interface. And I have, let me find the tutorials for that for you. I have several of them. Whoa, I gotta spell my channel name right, though. Linux is not spelled with 2 I's. Oh boy. A highly trained set of monkeys has been deployed to go fix my channel. There it is. Alright, my channel's back. My channel's back. Yay, yay, my channel's back. Yay, yay, my channel's back. Alright. Open Media Vault. Okay, so where's my web browser? All right, so here's actually how to build it. This is actually mine. Here's actually how to put a Calibri server on Open Media Vault. I think that this one here, Open Media Vault setup and configuration, has more information in there. Hey, HyperX RAM. I've used that RAM before. It's pretty good. All right, so I'm just kind of walking through building it first. So here is the user configuration for it. So you get logged in, and then of course you have this entire web-based interface. So the web-based interface, you can, let me go into theater mode, it'll be easier to see. So the web-based interface, you can set up your folders, your drives, everything else. So this video here goes through and fine detail how to get everything set up. So that is this one here. So you can watch a video on that topic there. Okay, I'm glad Apple is cutting down the extreme content. Some of the stuff they're showing on TV online is getting out of hand. Yep. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you very much, Shadow Ridge. Okay, just did sudo apt get install Cinnamon in my desktop. Won't show icons. So I do something wrong. There might be another package you need to run. I can't remember. You'll have to look that up online. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I usually start with Cinnamon and add other stuff on top of it. It's like he should bump to grow big, Tom, on SiteGround. Well, Mark, he has a unmanaged VPN, or I'm sorry, an unmanaged VPS, which SiteGround does not actually offer. The only thing SiteGround offers that's close is several $100s a month. And on A2 hosting, a unmanaged VPS is $5 a month. But he's just experimenting with stuff. So John McCain was a bad person about 80%. It was great that he didn't want to go without others when he was captured and tortured. But he did vote for every war, didn't he? I don't know. I don't really care. To respect, you want to leave room to grow unless they're tight on a budget. Yeah, he's 13. He's tight on a budget. $5 a month is good. And it's not just $5. He could do a $5 a month cPanel, but it's very limited what it can do. With the types of things Pizza does, he does a lot of hardcore experimenting and things. Yeah. Tom, I'll listen while I had to work. All right, Alice, we'll see ya. All right. According to someone at school, only 17 people use Linux. Wow. Man, I'm one of a very exclusive crowd. According to the person at school, he might be an idiot. Say, is that an Android phone in your hand? Oh, he probably has one of those iPhone XRs, right? Or XSs. That excessive iPhone. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, that phone. Ask him how many Android phones are in your class. Oh, I don't know. Everyone's got one of those. Yeah, those are all Linux, buddy. Host a giveaway, but I can't afford shipping. Yeah. Hello, Zach. Greetings. Baby clothes are a hard thing at Keegan, Tennessee, and for uncles, guessing sizes are also so temporary. Yep. Somebody thumbed down the video stream already. Yeah, and it's probably also demonetized. I think every video I've done in the last week has been demonetized. Apparently, I'm just this horrible creature. Go to yep. This thing's been demonetized. Oh, Lordy. I am really getting sick of YouTube right now. They have demonetized every video I've done in the last week. VPS time is a joke. You can't get any gaming-related websites on their VPS. Open Media on a Raspberry Pi with 4 terabyte drive. Cool. His first thumbs up. Did it hours before the stream started. All right. Perhaps during lunchtime in the cafeteria, you should preach about Linux. If they want to be saved, they can join the flock of disciples. Yeah, there you go. Have you done a video on why you use Linux? Do your friends think of watching? Yeah. A2 is a great value and great jumping off point. Makes sense. Everyone at my school says that Linux sucks. They just don't know what Linux is. Actually, iPhone is not Unix, I don't think. Mac is Unix, but iPhone was not. In fact, all iPhone apps are Ruby. So you need to do Ruby to do iPhone apps. Notice a 5 to 10 minutes delay each chat on his screen. Yeah. Do they ever give a reason for why they demonetize it? Nope. In fact, my one, after you challenge it and it gets 1,000 views in 24 hours, they're supposed to review it immediately. And the one has been demonetized. Over 1,500 views has been demonetized all week. All right. Saw my comments pop up on screen about 5 minutes later, and the video is not running behind more than 30 seconds. Yeah. All right. Hey. Looks like I got to the bottom of the comments. Getting a little crazy with the rates. Yeah, SiteGround's getting a little bit more expensive. Yeah, they are indeed. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and jump off on this one. We had 88 view time hours, 78 peak concurrent, 65 current viewers, 203 playbacks, average duration of 25 minutes and 59 seconds. Man, we got to get that up to 26. There it is. Woo! 2601. Woo! Victory. Let's see. Risk pricing themselves out of the market. Yeah. SiteGround is getting pretty expensive. That's kind of crazy. Hey, Techno-Bismol. I'm just about to wrap up. I hope you're doing better this week, man. Do you think you can do streaming like Sling TV on Linux or other streaming services? I don't know. Let me look up Sling TV real quick. I think I've looked at that once before. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into that one a little bit. Going back to A2 hosting then. Yeah, I like A2. InMotion has really good pricing as well, but you have to buy them a year in advance. You have to buy them a year at a time. They remonetized. Do you pay for the views while it was demonetized? No, if it's demonetized, then what that means is limited ads. It means it just won't have ads displayed on it. So basically the videos go up and no ads get displayed on it. So that's kind of what it means. I am just that Piggy left you. Why'd he leave you, man? That's not cool. You guys have been friends for a while. Give him some time to cool down. It's important to recognize this. Part of running business is smart of running lean. Amazon Web Service just whacks up web UI from open source DevOps tools. Doesn't want to be my friend anymore, and I don't know why. Huh. That's sad. Pizza had a bad day. Showing a gun on the stream is not good for monetizing. No offense. Well, I didn't show a gun on the stream. I mean, I could go show a gun on the stream, in which case, you know, maybe they have a reason, but, you know. What? Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. We are just about to wrap up. Alright, let's see. Tim F. appeared on Toss's stream. Very good. Very cool. Yeah, give him some time. He'll probably come back around, man. Just give him a little bit of time. That's fine. Big guy on third. Greetings. Yeah, Level 1 Tech. The funny thing is me and Level 1 Tech actually cover a lot of the same news. I'd love to reach out with those guys. That'd be fun. I'm just too small and out of the way. Got bullied for the first half of the day, but the second half was fine. Actually, I was walking home with one of my friends. There was an ice cream truck, and my friend had money. That was cool. Nice. Very cool. Very cool, man. Yeah, I did have a request for the ham and bean soup for the next home cooking tax video, but I'm still thinking of doing the caramel syrup instead. Dog back, always cat in front. Not mine, yep. Showing the kitty on stream should cause instant remonetization with bonuses. That's right, kitty. You want to come up here and remonetize the place? That's right. You mentioned Google Chrome, and they own YouTube, I think. Yes, they do. I mean, Come on, man. I mentioned Google Chrome. Yeah, everyone should use Google Chrome and stay logged in perpetually. Blah, 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 blah. All right, Google, remonetize me. Well, I think we've run out of comments. I've run out of articles. Whoop, I'm sorry, kitty. I just bopped the kitty on the head accidentally. Oh, that's okay, buddy. Sorry, dude. They don't like truthers. Yeah, that's probably it. All right, guys. We will catch you later. Don't forget to take a look at the links in the description down below, especially since Google keeps demonetizing me for some reason. Linux Action News was sold to Linux Academy. That's cool. Hard problems are scary. It's got to be real chill for a while. Always watching Toss's stream when you came on. I'll have to watch upload later. Yep. Probably sending you the story of what happened with me and him tomorrow, maybe. All right, man. Well, good luck with it, and just give him some time, and keep praying about that. And keep the doors open. Keep the doors open for friendship. All right, man. We will catch everybody later, and I will be streaming tomorrow, probably 12:30-ish, like usual. And I don't know what I'll talk about, but we'll figure it out then. It's going to be radically unplanned because that's what I do on Saturday. Have yourselves a wonderful afternoon, folks, and we will catch you all later.